Friday, Hoover Elementary. Dr. G here on the summer show. Dun, dun, dun. I hope you're all having an amazing summer. I hope you're reading some great books. I hope you're getting a chance to maybe cool off in a pool or a lake, or maybe going on a little vacation, maybe enjoying some of the Phillies games, maybe enjoying for a little while the Women's World Cup soccer. That was really cool. Sad that America got eliminated, but really cool that all these people are just so good at soccer. And did you see some guy named Messi came to Subaru Park? He's like the best player of soccer ever. And he was like really close by. Maybe some of you even saw him. And dun, 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 we're getting ready for the Eagles season. Last night we tied. Last year we came in second place, which was nice, very nice, but we want number one. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. So I'm just checking in with everyone just to remind you, continue to start thinking about getting back in that routine, maybe going to bed a little bit before midnight, maybe, trying to make sure you're reading. Maybe you're all excited about getting some school supplies, and just relax. If you don't bring in anything, you'll be fine. We've got all kinds of things for you. But sometimes it's fun, and sometimes there's some cool sales and things. One thing that I highly recommend, probably one of the most important things on the school supply list, are something like these, like little earbuds or headphones, and it should have hold on a second, like that kind of jack, okay? So it can fit in the headphone jack in the Chromebook. Why? Well, we want everyone to have their own, okay? It's not really healthy to share these, you should have your own. And they could be like this, or they could be they don't have to be like $400 Bluetooth noise canceling super duper. Just so long as maybe you're hearing a story on your Chromebook, and maybe that this way, you're not going to bother anybody because you can hear the story and they can't. And, if for some reason during the year you were to lose these or they were to break, it'd be a good idea to try and get another pair, because we use them a lot, sometimes to listen to stories, sometimes when we're doing like the iReady diagnostics and things like that. So, and wait a minute, you're kindergarten, you're brand new, you don't even know about iReady, you don't know about the diagnostics. Well, I got two friends here. They're really excited to teach you all about Ready Math and the iReady Reading Diagnostic and the iReady Math Diagnostic. Dun, dun, dun. But my two friends here can only really help you if, when you come to school, you got the headphone jack and you got some sort of headphone or earbud. All right? So there you go. And what else is going on? So every 2 seconds, I'm getting a new kindergartner, or I'm getting a new first grader or second grader. Wow. Welcome all of our new Hoover Hawks. It's exciting. I'm not sure where we're going to put everyone, but boy, we're going to make it work. All right. So great job for anybody who's already registered. Great job for people who are registering this weekend. If you have any friends or neighbors and they're like, yeah, we're thinking about registering after Labor Day or after Thanksgiving, remind them that if they really want to place at Hoover, they should register as soon as possible. Okay? All right. And don't forget that next week is just sort of like a normal week where you're starting to get back on schedule, you're going to bed early, and you're practicing. Kindergartners, you will have a test the first day of school. And that test is very complicated. About 100 different adults who care about you, who love you, and want you to be successful, they're going to test you all day. They're going to say things like, hello, what's your name? And you, as a new kindergartner, you need to know your name. You need to know your first name and your last name. Like me, I'm Dr. G. Dr. first name, G last name. Okay? Because we do have some kindergartners who will say something like, I'm Joey. And it's great that you're Joey, but if I look over here, we've got 660 students. It looks like we have at least 20 Joeys. So that doesn't really help us. Why do we need to know exactly who you are? Well, sometimes kindergartners, or even people like me, they get lost. They're trying to walk to the bathroom and they end up in a fourth grade room, and suddenly they're thought they were going to learn the letter A and they're learning algebra. So we try and prevent that. So sometimes we'll just nicely say like, "Hey, what's your name?" And then we can use our computers to figure out, wait a minute, this is a kindergartner. This isn't a fourth grader. Or this is somebody who shouldn't be getting on that bus that's going to London at the end of the day. We want to make sure you're going on the right bus. Okay. So make sure you know your first name and your last name. And it's not really a time to be like shy. It's not a time to be like, oh, I don't really want to say my name. No. Because then you're going to be here all day. I'm going to be here all day. Everyone's going to get tired. Everyone's going to get frustrated. And like I said, if we put you on the wrong bus, or if we put you on a rocket ship, or if we put you on a boat, and you're not supposed to do that, you're supposed to go home by motorcycle or something, we need to know. All right. So you will be tested. Every single kindergartner that first day, at least 100 people, caring, loving adults, are going to ask you your full name and say it loud and proud. Like if someone asked me, I'd say, I am Dr. G. Dr. G. All right. What's your name? I hope you know it. All right. If not, we'll review it with you. All right. So then next week, dun, 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 after that, on August 29th, we've got our kindergarten bus orientation. That starts at 9:30 on Tuesday, August 29th. Remember, this is just a fun thing. Nobody's going to be forced to do it. But if you've never ridden a yellow school bus around the block, it can be a lot of fun. And the bus drivers, they care about you. They want you to be safe. So they're going to kind of give you a little safety tips. Like pro tip, here you go. If you sit on your bottom the whole time, you'll probably have a better bus ride. Okay. And no adults can go on the bus. Sorry, that's just the way it goes. There's no room. And we want to see our kindergartners get on the bus themselves, go around the block, and then maybe even say hello to the bus driver and state their full name, because that's going to help the bus driver know exactly which stop to put you off at. All right. And like I said, if you're really not into buses, or you're going to be taking a balloon to school or whatever, you don't have to do it, but it's really fun. It's like the highlight of the day, I think. And then we've got Miss Ring, who is our coordinator of student affairs. She's really in charge of making sure that everybody has a great day, especially on their way to school, at recess, at lunch, during the day, during dismissal. So she's going to have some pro tips, some tips and tricks for how to have a really safe and joyful recess. I'm going to give you a hint. It has something to do with being respectful, responsible, and safe. All right. But she'll go into more detail about that. And then at 10:30 on the 29th, we got the kindergarten orientation. Now, this isn't like some multimedia super duper presentation. You walk into the room, you say hello to your teacher, you say your full name, if you know it, hopefully you do. If you have some school supplies, you want to drop them off, you can. If you have a couple questions, you can, but this isn't like, here's how we do everything at kindergarten. It's not like a formal presentation. That's going to happen at back to school night. Back to school night's not till September. I know you're going to want to know the exact time, the exact day. Let's see. September 21st. All right. So the evening of September 21st, and the times are a little complicated. So we'll worry about that a little bit later. All right. And then you're probably saying, wait a minute, Dr. G, I'm not in kindergarten. I'm a new first grader, second grader, third grader, fourth grader, or I'm just a regular Hoover Hawk. I'm not new. I can't wait to see my new teacher. So we've got our open house program on Tuesday the 29th at 1:30 p.m. Okay? Again, very informal. You could come at 1:30, you could come at 1:45, you could come at 2, but it ends at 2:30. Okay? You basically come in, say hi to your teacher, say hi to your friends, drop off your school supplies. Then, dun, 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 August 30th. That's a Wednesday. That's just for kindergartners. We always have a lot of fourth graders, third graders, second graders, first graders who say, I don't want to stay home. I don't want another day of summer break. I want to go to school to kindergartners. No, this is just for kindergartners. Okay. We got to test them all, make sure that they know their first name and their last name. And this is a little tricky. we have like a weird schedule. Like you're probably thinking like, when in the world do we have gym? Well, your teacher will explain when you have gym. And it's not going to be like Monday or Tuesday. It's going to be like day 1 or day 2 or day 3 or day 4 or day 5. Okay. The very first day for kindergarten, it's day 5. And I know what you're thinking. Why don't we start with day 1? Well, we're going to have day 1 when everybody's here on that Thursday. Okay. But day 5 is going to be for our students who are mainly 5 years old, our kindergartners, on that Wednesday, the 30th. Then on the 31st, we have everybody here. We always have that question. Like, I'm in kindergarten. I just came yesterday. Do I have to come back? Yes, you come back. Everybody comes on the 31st. All right. And then on Friday, September 1st, that's day 2. Now you're probably thinking, oh, this is exciting. Now we got the whole routine going. And then Monday, I'm sorry, we got a 3-day weekend, Labor Day. So you take the day off, you read some good books, and then you come back on September 5th, and that would then be day 3. See how that works? Like day 1, day 2, then we have a day off, then there's day 3. That way you get the same number of days of gym as everybody else. We don't want somebody to get like 100 days of gym and somebody to get 10 days of gym. It's got to be fair. Okay, that's what we do. And remember, if we all work together, we can have the best school year ever. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and enjoy next week. Keep reading. Bye-bye.